Visit us at Eduvvo. Thank you for calling Eduvvo.
Alright guys, so are you guys ready for creating your first landing page over here? But the question arises, from where did you get the ideation to create such beautiful landing pages and all? So the answer to that is we need to do a lot of like brainstorming with that and a lot of like research to our topic in that. So let's take an example. If we wanted to create any sort of website for like doctors, so the first thing which comes into our mind is like the colors for that. So let's search for like doctors flyers. Let's search for it. So now just go to the images and you will see like a lot of like images over here, like the brochures and the flyers and so on. So you can see like in most of them there are two colors which are like very static. One is like blue and one is like white, and rest are like supportive colors. So when we start creating any of the website over here, all it goes by choosing the color template first. That means what exactly is going to be your palette. So over here what we are going to do is we are going to be using a 3 color template based version for it. So the rule over here say is always use maximum 3 colors for your website. So now we have to decide what kind of a colors we wanted to use for our website. So first things first, we need to use white color. Then we need to use blue if we are going to be creating something for like for doctors and so on, because that's a standardized colors for it. And most of the people recognize blue color as like for which is associated with doctors and so on. So that's why most of the industry use the blue color and the white colors in that. The third supportive color we are going to use black, obviously for the textual part for it. And then apart from that we are going to be using one more color which can be our CTA color. So if you do not know what exactly CTA is call to action. So we want something, or we want some color which is like very unique and can stand out into all of these things. So when we think about these CTA colors, it can be either your yellow, it can be either like red, it can be either like blue, it can either be like green. So simply when we are already using white color, blue color and black color over here, so either we are going to take it red as a call to action buttons and all, or like either we are going to take it yellow. So let's say we are going to take yellow for it for the instance. So now we have the color palette with us. Now what we need to do over here is we need to decide that what kind of a font we wanted to use in that. So for this thing, what we do over here is we go to the style section and we go to typography, and from the family we choose the different fonts here. So here you can see that we have different fonts. Again, the rule for the text over here is going to be that only use either one sort of like font, or either you can use 2 fonts. Not more than 2 fonts will be considerable good as for your website. So I personally use multiple fonts. Let's say Georgia is also one which I personally use, as it is a modern font and it is also very good ones too. But what I would suggest over here is just scroll it down a little bit more and you're going to find something as, let's scroll, or let's just directly search for it. Just search for Google. So you can see that we have Google fonts up over here too. So you can go forward for that. If you do not have the access to the Google fonts, then you have a lot of fonts which are default over here. Like Arial is a very static format, but this is a very old fashioned font. So I do not personally use that one up. Either I used Verdana, which is also a very clean font over here. And second, I also use Times New Roman, because these gives a very professional look on any of the websites. So what we're going to do over here is, with all these 3 colors, with the CTA color of yellow, which is going to make 4 colors over here, what we're going to do over here is that we are going to use 2 types of fonts. One is going to be a simple font, which is we are going to take Times New Roman, and second font we are going to use, which is going to be something unique, which is going to give us a good effect in that. So let's go to again to style and search for a second font over here. So let's say if we need to use, let's go for Aldrich. Okay, so we can use this font for using in a CTA, which is a call to action buttons and all for it. So 3 colors are max for using for your template, and 4th color will going to be for your call to action buttons over here, so that we can highlight people and we can highlight things that by clicking onto this sort of stuff, you are going to be redirected to that action, or you will be able to buy that thing up or like inquire us with the same. So now what is going to happen over here is that once you have set up all these things up, you're ready for creating any sort of website over here. So now only these 2 to 3 things matters when it comes to like designing the website. So now if you talk about the images and all, we can use any sort of images when it comes to like any of the industry. So what I would suggest is you can go forward for with like unsplash.com, or you can also use pixels.com. So these 2 websites give you non-copyrighted image which you can directly use in your website without having the concern of getting the copyrights or any of the strike from Google and all. So now you can just directly search for any sort of images here. So let's search like doctor. Now you can see that we have multiple images. We need something which stands out and which gives a very premium feel for our website, and which we can use in that case. All right. So the best thing about this websites are that you can search for any sort of thing. So let's say hospital. Let's search for that. So we have a lot of things up over here. Like this one is a good one too. So all you need to do over here is just click onto this image and then just click onto this download option over here and just check the size. So what I would suggest over here is just use a medium size image over here because it has a perfect dimension to it. I won't suggest going forward for the smaller one because it won't fit your website from left to right perfectly proportionally to it, or I won't suggest using the large or the original ones because the size of these images will be like very heavy and eventually it is going to make your website load slower on that base. So what I mean to say over here is if you are going to use the larger file size of any sort of images, the more the large size it is going to be, the more slow your website is going to load on the internet. So the medium size is this one, and I would suggest going forward for this one over here. You can either go forward for the custom size also. So let me quickly take any of these images. You can also filter it up by going on to the orientation. We want something which is like horizontal. So these will work in that case. So I'll go forward for the first one over here, and the size I'm going to go forward with the medium, and then just download the selected file. So you will be having a non-copyrighted high quality image which you can easily be able to use in your own website over here. So now first of all, after your color combination has been done, after all of your font has been decided, just download all the respective images which you wanted to use in your website just for the instance for that. So guys, this is how you can do the brainstorming. This is how you can find a lot of more things up. You can take the references from any of these brochures because all of these brochures can also give you very good layouts which you can simply replicate on your own website too, or you can do multiple changes in those website and then go forward with that. So guys, in the next lecture we are going to start building our first page over here, which you are going to eventually save it and use it up for all the other pages over here. So alright guys, then see you guys in the next lecture. In case of any concerns or any questions, please feel free to give me a message or like just do a comment on that too. I will try to respond to you within 48 hours, so like maximum of 48 hours on that.